we are going to talk about selections right now. We're going to talk about what to expect during the process, the timing, additional money that you might need to bring in, and what happens if you change your mind. Stick to the end of this video because I'm going to give you 4 very important tips that can really help you through this process. The first meeting that you'll have after going under contract is usually the structural meeting or the pre-construction. This you'll have to decide on, framing items, just things that really can't be changed after the fact. And so I really recommend on this one that you think it through and you pick items that can really bring value to your home. Say, switching a dining room to a bedroom. A bedroom will always bring extra value. Adding a 3rd car garage, that's well worth the money. And of course, kind of that depends on the neighborhood you're in too. Some builders their homes don't come with basements. If you can add a basement for, $17,000, $20,000, it's well worth the extra square footage. And plus you'll have room to grow. So just consider things like that. Moreover, perhaps if you want windows or doors or things like, those are all things that you should be considering, but aren't as important as items that will bring extra value to your home. Okay, the next meeting that you'll have is at the design center. Okay, and this is fun. For some people, it's like going into a candy store, and for others, it's so overwhelming with all the choices. You're fit to be tied by the time you're done. So some builders, you will have two design meetings so that you can kind of go in and go through everything, and then you'll come back and finalize your decisions or change anything, with the second meeting. My recommendations are on that. There are items that we call save the hassle items. Okay, if you're wanting a nicer kitchen, don't think that that you'll go in later and you'll replace the cabinets and the countertops. Just save the hassle, and do it right now because it snowballs. It's a lot more complicated than you think to do something like your kitchen, or even if you're thinking, I will go add a window later. Sure, these things can be done, but it's what we call our save the hassle. Just do them up front. Another thing to consider on color selections is the flooring. Sometimes, if you're trying to save money, just go with what the builder grade has and you can always come in and replace it. One caveat is if you're looking at tiling though. If there's tile that's included, sometimes that gets a little bit more complicated to get removed. But it can be done. Basically anything inside the house can be switched out down the road. But if it's something that you really want, really consider it. And I've got my 4 tips for you, okay? So it's really, number 1, have a budget in mind, okay? And stick to that budget. You're gonna be tempted to go over, but really stick to that budget. Know where your comfort zone is and stick to it. Okay, number 2 is to review the standard features list that the builder will give you. You really want to know everything that is included with the house and exactly what it is. You may walk into a model home and man, those model homes are like being at Disneyland, they're just perfect and gorgeous and everything. So really study that standard features. And also the number 3 is ask a lot of questions. You need to ask questions left and right and really think through everything from handles on showers to, everything. Ask questions. And number 4 is go to your first color selection meeting, kind of get your little wish list together. And then in between that time, do some research, maybe contact some other outside contractors or Home Depot, or do some work online to see what it might cost if you were to replace or have somebody else do that work versus what the contractor may be charging you. And that way, when you go back and you finalize everything at your, second color selection meeting, you'll really feel good that you're making good decisions. So good luck and have fun.